A man's victory sometimes hides in a strong gesture that only he can see.
In a world that's constantly screaming for attention, where success is measured by how loud and visible you are, we've all been sold a dangerous lie, that the loudest person in the room wins. We're told to perform, to broadcast our every move, believing that getting recognition is the same thing as getting results. But here's the secret. While everyone is busy making noise, someone else is quietly building an empire. While they're talking about their great strategy, someone else is actually doing it. An ancient emperor, a man who ruled the known world not with thunderous commands, but with a deep inner stillness, left behind a blueprint. This isn't a guide for shouting louder, it's a codex for winning from the shadows. These are the 8 forgotten Stoic principles for those who value powerful results more than loud applause. And the first principle is the one most people get completely wrong. Section 1. The Great Deception. Redefining Stoic silence. First things first, we need to tear down a modern myth. The word Stoic gets thrown around a lot these days, often painted with a brush of toxic masculinity. It's been twisted to mean bottling up your feelings, burying everything you feel, and showing a cold, hard face to the world. This popular image of the Stoic as an unfeeling rock isn't just wrong, it's a cheap, dangerous knockoff of a powerful philosophy. Real Stoicism isn't about being emotionless, it's about not being a slave to your emotions. The greats, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, weren't sociopaths. They were generals, leaders, and artists who understood that knee-jerk emotional reactions are a form of slavery. They taught that real strength doesn't come from denying your feelings, but from understanding them, processing them, and then choosing a rational, deliberate response. This modern neo-Stoicism that praises emotional detachment is a shallow imitation. Classical Stoicism is about emotional awareness, understanding our social nature, and building a rich inner life. The silence we're about to explore isn't the silence of emptiness or repression. It's the active, strategic silence of a mind that's observing, thinking, and preparing to act with devastating precision. It's the quiet confidence of a man who doesn't need to announce his power because he's too busy living it. This is the foundation for a quiet victory. Principle 1. The Fortress of Inner Silence. The first principle is about creating an unbreachable fortress inside your own mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Think of this not as hiding from the world, but as your own personal headquarters. The world outside will always be a storm of chaos, demands, opinions, provocations, and endless noise. Most people let that storm right in, allowing their peace to be dictated by the morning's headlines, a rude comment, or a dirty look from a stranger. The person who wins quietly knows their mind is the one thing they truly control. So they cultivate an inner silence, a space where the world's noise is noticed but not absorbed. This is an active practice. It's the discipline of getting a provocative email and choosing to let it sit, unanswered, while you think. It's hearing criticism, and instead of getting defensive, you filter it for any truth and toss the rest. This inner fortress isn't built from bricks, it's built from perspective. When you aren't busy trying to think of your next clever comeback, you can actually see what's happening. You see the insecurity behind someone else's arrogance, or the fear behind their anger. You stop reacting to the surface and start seeing the depths. This is where real power starts. While others are emotionally drained from fighting every little battle, you stay calm, anchored, and in full command of your mental resources. Your silence becomes your shield, and your stillness becomes your strength. From this fortress, and you observe the battlefield and choose your moment to act, not react. Principle 2. The dichotomy of control, the architect of serenity. The second principle is the master key to Stoic power, the dichotomy of control. The philosopher Epictetus laid it out with beautiful simplicity. Some things are within our power, while others are not. What's in our power? Our judgments, our impulses, our actions, our responses. What's not? Almost everything else. What people think of us, whether we get that promotion, the economy, and the final outcome of our work. It sounds simple, right? But 99% of people live their lives ignoring this. They spend their days in a state of exhausting anxiety, trying to control things they have zero power over. They rage about traffic. They lose sleep over a mistake they made last year. They're consumed with envy over someone else's success. They are fighting a war on 1,000 fronts they are guaranteed to lose because they're essentially fighting reality itself. The quiet winner makes a radical shift. They become a ruthless economist of their own energy. Before engaging with any problem, they ask one question: is this in my control? If the answer is no, like a hater's comment or the stock market, they practice acceptance. This isn't weakness. It's the strategic wisdom of not wasting your bullets on an invincible target. But if the answer is yes, if it is in their control, they pour every ounce of their being into it. You can't control if you get the job, but you can control the quality of your application and how you show up for the interview. You can't control if your business succeeds, but you can control your work ethic, your strategy, and how you treat your customers. This is the heart of winning quietly. The real victory isn't the external prize, which is never guaranteed. The victory is playing your part to the absolute best of your ability. It's the discipline, the effort, the integrity of the action itself. While others are celebrating too early or crying over things they can't change, the quiet victor is already focused on the next controllable step, building success one deliberate action at a time. They find peace not in outcomes, but in their own flawless execution. Principle 3. The view from above, mastering perspective. The third principle is a mental exercise that Marcus Aurelius himself used to instantly shrink his ego and clarify his purpose. The view from above. In his meditations, he would imagine looking down on the world as if from the stars, seeing the scurrying of people, the marching of armies, the whole spectacle of human life from a cosmic scale. Let's try it. Right now. Float up from where you are. See the room, the building, your city as a web of lights. Go higher. See the curve of the earth, a silent blue marble hanging in the infinite blackness of space. From up here, where is that insult that stung you yesterday? Where is the career setback that feels so massive? Where is the anxiety about next week's meeting? They just dissolve. The view from above isn't meant to make you feel meaningless. It's meant to give your problems their true size. Our brains are wired to inflate the importance of our immediate problems. This exercise breaks that spell. It yanks you out of the emotional intensity of the moment and connects you to the vastness of time and space. From this high up, you see the endless cycle of life. Generations born and dying, empires rising and falling, the same human dramas playing out over and over. This does two things. First, it makes you feel connected to the shared human story. Second, it frees you from the tyranny of your own ego. Your personal dramas lose their suffocating grip. The person who thinks deeply uses this tool to stay level-headed. When they face a crisis, they zoom out. They see the event not as a catastrophe, but as a tiny ripple in a vast ocean. This perspective lets them respond with calm logic instead of panicked fear. They win quietly because they refuse to get lost in the small picture, operating instead from a place of cosmic calm. Principle 4. Strategic action, not loud reaction. The fourth principle is where silence and thought turn into action. It's about acting with intention, not reacting on impulse. Let's be honest, the world is a minefield of triggers designed to get a rise out of you. Social media algorithms, clickbait headlines, and inflammatory opinions are all engineered to bypass your rational mind and get an immediate emotional response. And most of us fall for it. Every single day. We become puppets, our strings pulled by things outside of us. We argue with strangers in comment sections. We rage at opinions we disagree with. We are constantly defending our egos and explaining ourselves. Our days are a storm of loud, pointless reactions that drain our energy and accomplish nothing. The quiet winner understands that every reaction is a surrender of power. They treat their attention like their most valuable currency. Instead of reacting, they pause. And in that pause, silence and deep thought meet. They observe their initial emotional flare-up, question it, and decide if it's even worth a response. Most of the time, it isn't. Epictetus advised, "Let silence be your goal for the most part. Say only what is necessary and be brief about it." This isn't about being antisocial. It's about being strategic. It's about saving your words and your energy for what actually matters. This leads to strategic action. While others are exhausted from the day's emotional battles, the quiet person has saved their energy for the one move that counts. They aren't distracted by arguments. They're focused on building. They aren't performing for a crowd. They're perfecting their craft. Their motto is pure Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Their results are their argument. Their progress is their statement. They win quietly because while everyone else is talking about the game, they are on the field, silently and deliberately moving the ball forward. If these ideas are hitting home and giving you a new way to think about strength, do me a favor and subscribe for more deep dives into this kind of timeless wisdom. We're building a community here dedicated to quiet mastery, and it would be an honor to have you with us. Principle 5. Amor fati, embracing your path. The fifth principle is maybe the most powerful and the most challenging of all. Amor fati. It's a Latin phrase that means a love of one's fate. This is not about passive resignation. It's the active, enthusiastic embrace of everything that happens to you. The good, the bad, and the ugly, as necessary. Nietzsche, who was heavily influenced by the Stoics, put it this way: "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity, not merely bear what is necessary, but love it." Think about this. It's a mindset that makes you invincible. How can you be defeated if you've already decided that every outcome, even failure, is a crucial part of your path? The average person's happiness is fragile. They're happy if they get the promotion, if they're healthy, if people like them. Their peace can be shattered at any moment. And the person who practices amor fati is on a different level. They accept reality without complaint. When faced with an obstacle, a business failure, a betrayal, an injury, their first thought isn't, "Why me?" It's, "This is my path. This is what I have to work with. How can I use this?" They see every setback as a lesson, every hardship as a chance to forge more strength. This isn't about denying pain. The pain is real. The sorrow is real. But it's framed in a bigger picture of purpose and growth. This is the quietest victory of all, because it happens entirely inside you. It needs no audience. It can't be taken away from you. The man who loves his fate moves through life with a calm confidence that others just don't understand. He doesn't complain, because complaining is just arguing with reality. He doesn't brag, because success is just another part of the path, same as failure. He simply takes the raw material of his life, whatever it is, and gets to work sculpting his masterpiece. Principle 6. The social duty. Strength is for others. This sixth principle smashes the false image of the Stoic as a detached, lone wolf. It's the principle of social duty. The ancient Stoics were crystal clear. We are social creatures. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we were born for community, and our very nature is to perform social acts. Here's the point. The reason you build all this inner strength, this fortress of the mind, isn't just for your own peace. That's a selfish and incomplete version of the philosophy. The strength you build is meant to be used in service of others. You become a pillar of stability, so your family, your team, and your community can lean on you. Think about it. Who is more useful in a crisis? The person who's panicking and complaining, or the person who stays calm, thinks clearly, and acts decisively? The quiet strength you build is a gift to everyone around you. When others are losing their heads, you're the one who can offer a steady hand. This changes everything. The quest for self-mastery is no longer a selfish project. It's a noble duty. You discipline your mind, not just for you, but so you can be a better parent, a more reliable partner, a more effective leader. Your quiet competence becomes a source of comfort for everyone who depends on you. This is what separates real Stoicism from its toxic, hyper-individualistic fakes. Strength isn't for dominating people, it's for serving them. Self-control isn't about looking superior. It's about being a dependable force for good in a chaotic world. The quiet winner knows this. He doesn't need to talk about his virtues. He just lives them by helping others. Principle 7. Memento mori and premeditatio malorum. The seventh principle is a 1-2 punch for the mind that destroys petty fears. Memento mori, remember you will die, and premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Memento mori is the simple practice of remembering that life is short. This isn't about being morbid or gloomy. It's a tool for focus. The Stoics knew that knowing our time is limited is the ultimate motivator. When you truly remember that your time is finite, you stop wasting it on nonsense. You stop procrastinating. You stop holding grudges. The thought of death clarifies what actually matters. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, was approach each action as though it were your last. Does that dumb argument you're in matter in the face of your own mortality? Does the fear of embarrassment that's holding you back mean anything against the finality of the end? Almost always, the answer is no. Premeditatio malorum is the other side of the coin. It's about preparing for life's hardships. Seneca suggested we take time to visualize things going wrong. Imagine losing your job, your reputation, or your health. The point isn't to create anxiety, but to vaccinate yourself against the shock of misfortune. By mentally rehearsing adversity, you strip it of its power to surprise you. So when hardship does arrive, it's not some terrifying monster. It's an event you've already wargamed in your head. The quiet winner practices these in the silence of his own mind. He uses these thoughts as a forge. Memento mori gives him urgency. Premeditatio malorum gives him resilience. He moves through life with a quiet confidence, not because he thinks nothing bad will ever happen, but because he's prepared for it if it does. He is a warrior who has already fought the toughest battles in his mind, so when they show up in the real world, he's ready. Principle 8. The vulnerability paradox. True strength asks for help. The eighth and final principle is what truly separates authentic Stoic strength from its fragile, toxic imitation: the vulnerability paradox. Our culture often confuses masculinity with a stubborn refusal to ever show weakness or ask for help. The pop culture Stoic is an island, self-sufficient to a fault. This is a complete misunderstanding. The ancient Stoics prized self-awareness above all else. And real self-awareness means knowing your own limits. It means recognizing when you're wrong, when you're in over your head, or when you need a little guidance. Marcus Aurelius himself wrote, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, by which no one ever was truly harmed." Think about the sheer courage in that statement. It's the polar opposite of a fragile ego that can never admit it's wrong. A truly strong person isn't afraid of being wrong. They welcome it because their goal isn't to be right, it's to get it right. Their loyalty is to the truth, not their ego. The Stoics saw humanity as one body. We're meant to help each other. Asking for help isn't a sign of failure, it's an act of trust. It takes incredible strength to be vulnerable, to admit you don't have all the answers, and to seek out the wisdom of others. The person who pretends they need no one is often the weakest, trapped in a prison of their own pride. The quiet winner gets this paradox. His silence is a sign of confidence, but that confidence is so solid that it's not threatened by being vulnerable. He seeks out mentors. He listens to critics. He admits when he messes up and learns from it. He asks for help, not as a weakness, but as a strategic tool for getting better. This is the ultimate quiet victory, the victory over your own ego. These 8 principles, the fortress of inner silence, the dichotomy of control, the view from above, strategic action, amor fati, social duty, memento mori, and the vulnerability paradox, aren't just a list of life hacks. They are a profound blueprint for a life of purpose, resilience, and quiet success. They teach us that real power isn't loud, it's calm. Real strength isn't brittle, it's flexible. And a real victory isn't the applause of the crowd, it's the quiet integrity of knowing you did your part. In a world obsessed with noise, the path of the Stoic is a radical act of rebellion. It's the choice to turn inward, to cultivate your own mind, and to build a character so strong that it needs no outside approval. So let them underestimate you. Let them mistake your silence for weakness. Let them be busy announcing their next move. You'll be busy building. You'll be busy thinking. You'll be busy winning. Which of these 8 principles hit you the hardest? How do you practice quiet strength in your own life? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation, and we can all learn from each other.